April Diary. The bore, the slap, the war. This records my working week in poems. On Monday, we had a visit from a person familiar to all of us. Monday, the bore. Every family knows one. The bore who latches on, who comes to tea for half an hour, but hasn't left as evening falls, so must be coaxed towards the car. Now ours arrives with gifts she's made. She's knitted hard for several weeks, and speaks to us in floods of words, which makes it hard to say goodbye. The question is there a pen which scribbles out a verse like this, where I'm the bore who sits for hours, since each of us contains the gene? On Tuesday, the word slap was a running theme, but I warn you that the second time it appears in this poem, it is spelt differently and has a different meaning. Strategic litigation against public participation is shortened to SLAPP, slap. It means litigation meant to silence critics through bullying and bankruptcy. It's usually based on a defamation court case by someone rich against someone without equivalent resources. It's been much in the news because Russian oligarchs used lawsuits like this to silence journalists and publishers in London before the invasion of Ukraine. Peter is my brother. Tuesday, slaps. I had a bitter clash of words about a public slapping, since Peter thought a slap could work to right insulted honour, and I was sure the law exists to sort out conflict's claimants. While later, by pure chance, I led a slaps discussion, which questioned whether writs in court are similar to violence. It pleased me that a word so echoed through my workday, and therefore this was slap day. I've used the word so much and never will again, a day with theme and meaning, where I didn't need to search for bits and bobs at random, to knit a story from a chain of incidental happenings, but confronted from the outset a single moral question. Is it right to hit a man, by hand or through a court case? On Wednesday, I had a video teleconference with work colleagues from Moldova. Wednesday, pre-war. Today, I was allowed to view the insides of Moldovan houses, a country alleged to be next on Russia's list of conquests. This view is one of the perks of a video teleconference, although the topic happens to be of concentrated gravity. I looked at the furnishings, the clock on the mantelpiece, the portrait against wallpaper, and imagined the impact of a shell aimed at the apartment from 20 miles away, since we are used to lives being ruined on the nightly news. This is the eerie pre-war phase, when things are calm and beautiful, which will be the subject in due course of much tearful longing. For me, I am so old that I expect to be blown to smithereens, but why are others obliged to play this game of Russian roulette? On Thursday, I participated in a meeting where I misbehaved as usual. Thursday, antisocial oath. If I raise my hand, the chairman's mouth descends, as though annoyed by what I'm going to say before it's said, since I'm loud and angry, a demagogue at work, and the others look aghast at how I've crossed a line. There's nothing I can do to stop the molten flow. I try before I speak to smile and show a studied air, but out it comes as hot as steam to scald their ears, and when the meeting ends, I hate the person whom I seemed. I wonder if it's age which loosens ties and makes us rude, or rusty skills not used as lockdown kept us home. But even if I find its cause, I'm stuck with how I speak, and must accept that people think I'm coarse, an antisocial oaf. On Friday, I had a weekly conversation with a friend whom I have known since university. Friday, mirror image. We speak at least once a week from our separate towns, and are closer now than when we shared a room. In our student days we fought like savage dogs, but now our minds have met in between, and we're one. There's just a single clue which tells us apart, which is that he's retired and loves his freed-up days, although he'd like a bit of work from time to time, whereas I'm engaged from dawn to dusk on tasks and long for peace. I'm always torn about which of us has picked the right approach, and in our weekly talks I go from him to me to him, and end up not unhappy with my meeting-riddled choice. But will it one day matter as our coffins settle side by side? And that was my week at the beginning of April.